Short stories by Chekhov. Um, short stories by Chekhov are listed on with a compilation of best 100 books ever written. The Norwegian Book Club has asked luminaries to tell them, the club, what they think, which are the best works. Novels, humanity, have written. And Don Quixote comes at the head of the list. Chekhov is there, Tolstoy, Gilgamesh, Balzac, Bergoglio. Balzac is his name. With the idea that this name will provoke him to be as prolific as Balzac, Honoré de Balzac. And we would have him speak volumes, as in La Comédie Humaine, which is there on 100 best 100 list. He has about 10 words, I'd say, but not more. Well, maybe a few more. So, brilliant author, fantastic short stories. From the first one, Joy, there's the son who comes home in ecstasy because his name is in the paper, in the newspaper. The whole Russia the whole country knows about it. Look. The problem is, he's mentioned in a newspaper for a kerfuffle, for being drunk, inebriated, as they write it in the paper, and falling under coach, being thrown down by the horses, I don't know, in an apparent accident caused by the fact that he was so intoxicated that he had this problem with a coach. But never mind that, he is ecstatic, as I said, by the notion that everybody knows about him. Our little Trump from the 100, maybe 70 years ago. There are sad stories. I'm thinking of the one where this peasant is taking his wife who is sick, about to die, actually. I guess there's no point in avoiding spoiler alerts. This is a book with 52 stories, but I doubt that you're watching this and then you'll be upset that you know what happens in this particular story. He's beating his horse. That's a problem there. Cruelty to animals was and is present. In fact, people are killing now hundreds of millions, I don't know, billions of animals to consume, keeping them in monstrous conditions. I mean, at least if I eat those, I let them roam free. I don't keep them in a cage as the chicken. They're in a cage this big. I don't know. They can't even raise their wings. They can't lift their head. Anyway, so there is the story of the two old acquaintances that meet at the railway station, and one has a certain function now. He's not like the governor of a province in Russia, a minor clerk, and the other is so humble when he, Your Excellency, something like that. It's ridiculous and humorous at the same time. We have the fellow who knows the judge, Petya is the name, and based on the fact that he knows the judge, he thinks that he is entitled to a ruling that will vindicate him to an absurd extent. So he has beaten his servant. His nose apparently continued to bleed throughout the day after a kick regarding a minor, not even a mistake made by the servant. He was told, go find my brush or comb or something, and it's in the pocket, let's say, I don't remember this minor detail, but on the right side, when in fact it was somewhere inside on the left. So the servant doesn't get the comb or brush. Pleacă de acolo imediat. Imediat dă-te jos. Bă, cât... And destroying the house, really, if allowed. So I'm using the gun, but it has water, not bullets. And I'm not using it, I'm just showing it to see that if he really wants to destroy something, then there will be water coming. So, what was I saying? Okay, yeah, with the judge. He finds the comb and kicks the man, the servant, with a comb, in making his nose bleed for hours. So he's called to justice. And the judge is trying to tamper him down. Witnesses? What do you mean witnesses? And in private, because he's embarrassed. And I think Chekhov says that this is a general thing when a judge has to be in court. He's very upset when he has to do with acquaintances, relatives. And in private, it's trying to temper the man down and talk sense. But he's very, I mean, what are you doing? I'm not doing anything, but I just want you to punish the guy, put him in his place, I don't know if he says jail, and show him who's master, and that's all. What do you mean? I mean, the judge is trying to make him see that he is responsible. The master, inflicting pain, cruelty, when it wasn't called for, with witnesses. So, okay, I'll pass a judgment, 20 rubles. Me? What do you mean? He doesn't, so the master doesn't see any reason for him to take any blame. On the contrary, he feels, how dare he call me here to, is it possible, something like that, an injustice to me? Like the idiot Trump, who has done what he has done with his mouth, with his idiot supporters, QAnon and so on. Occupying Congress at the beginning of January, and he is the one innocent and victimized. So the judge says, okay, I'll pay the fine. I'll pay 20 rubles or whatever it is. But the conclusion is our anti-hero, the master, says at the end of the story, well, PTA is not good for a judge. No, we can't elect him anymore. No, it's not good. When in fact, the judge was reasonable, trying to pass on justice, but what can you do with a friend like that?